welcome to my garden. First, I always want to take the time and thank every one of you who subscribe to my videos. They're growing. It makes me so happy because I love gardening. As you guys all know, I love spending my time in the garden. I love bringing the videos to you, and I love sharing everything that I do. So thank you so much for all the subscriptions and all the messages. I love staying connected. I love hearing from you. Beautiful messages. Thank you very much. Keep on coming. So today I wanted to do a project, but George was like, you know what? I think you need to do a garden tour. Although there is not a whole lot going on, there's just the little things here there that look so pretty, and I'm always doing something. So George was like, let's go ahead and take a moment and go around and kind of show what's going on and what's coming around. I thought, or what's sprouting and growing. So I thought it would be kind of a fun thing to do, to take a moment, as George always gives me a hard time, work, 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 and I seem like that's all I do all the time. So it's really nice to just take a moment and go around. So as I said, there's not a whole lot going on, but I wanted to show you what's really here. Although there is not a whole lot going on, but I wanted to show you what is growing, what's coming around. And also, if you see any imperfections in terms of the weeds and some things that are not in place, it's just because I haven't gotten to them. Please be forgiving on that, because I just garden. This is I'm doing everything all by myself, and some projects are still kind of not really finished. Some things are still laying around that needs to be done, and as you know, being in the US, it kind of put me behind. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm removing weeds and etc. There's a few beds that I still haven't gotten to, which I will. The only thing is also we've been having lots of rain, and I also am working on another project inside. So I've been trying to get that done during the rainy days. I'm remodeling our hallway. I'm actually plastering, so it's kind of a dirty work, but I'm starting to get to the end of it. I can start painting soon. I'm really excited about that. But just so you know, there's a lot going on. Anyway, let's just go through this bed. As you know, we removed trees. This area here has been completely redone, although it doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but there is a lot going on. So I have Japanese maples. I have 3 Japanese maples here, actually 4. There is another one there. And you can see the leaves are starting to sprout on Japanese maples. It's going to be very colorful. I don't want to go deep into the Japanese maples because I have probably at this point over 50 varieties of Japanese maples in my garden, and I absolutely adore them. They're so colorful. So as they start sprouting, what I will do when the leaves are out and the colors are there, my plan is to take you around and actually do just the Japanese maple tour so we can talk about them. But for the moment, just wanted to bring your attention to this beautiful Japanese maple. This is a chameleon, or I think it's also called Gable's Glory, if I'm not mistaken. But look at the bark. Isn't this just stunning? And the reason I planted this right here, because I can see it all the time, and it's supposed to be beautiful color variations throughout the season. It's supposed to change all the time. So I'm very excited about this. But I do have Ito peonies here. You can see I have about 5 David Austin roses here. They're all coming. I planted growing really well. I planted them bare root, as a bare root plants, not this winter, but the winter before. Now this one is a Judy Dench variety and has beautiful apricot color. Stunning, just really, really beautiful roses. I have also planted 3 more roses. These are Henry Delbart roses here. I have 3 that I planted just last fall. They're just coming out and starting to grow. So containers are looking really good, although we have been having rain every day almost, if not every other day, if not at nights. And so I'm surprised that they're still holding on, because it's just been so much water. I was thinking they probably will not do well, but they're doing really good. They're holding on well. So here I have the 2 containers where I have Tuscan Star, I think, jasmine. I think it's called Tuscan Star, if I'm not mistaken. It has a beautiful creamy yellow color flowers. It's very fragrant, beautiful. I've had them in these containers for a few years. And then underneath the jasmine, I've planted hydrangeas. They're white variety, and they're very beautiful. Although since we removed trees, it's going to be really sunny here. If you have been following my videos, you know that I removed several hydrangeas, and lots of them went to my friend's garden. Several I planted in a shadier areas. But since it's going to be sunny, I have to kind of monitor and see how they do. If they do well, just because they're under the house, or I'm sorry, against the house, maybe they will, I don't know, have shade. We'll just have to see how they will acclimate to the sun. If not, I have to remove them and plant them somewhere else, which is okay. So this area has been new this year. The stump, we have a big stump here because it was a very old willow tree here, and it was actually going to fall. The inside was completely hollowed. We decided to just remove it because it's safe, and actually I really like openness anyway. Also, it was just drying everything out, moisture completely out of this bed. It was constantly dry. I couldn't really give them enough water, so I'm really happy that the willow is not here anymore. However, I was going to this completely try to at least what is called shave the stump completely down so it's not visible. However, I decided, you know what, I think I might want to go carve it. I know it's going to be lots of work, but I do have I bought a chisel, and then I thought if I can drill holes, I can just kind of carve these stump out and maybe have a succulents, because I don't have a whole lot of succulents around, and I thought, you know, this could be a really fun project to do, maybe succulent in this stump. So that's kind of why I decided to leave this stump for the moment and try to do that. We'll see. I just need to get to it and try to work on it as soon as I'm caught up with all the other stuff. So here we have a pergola that it's not quite finished. The guys will come in and put my last piece of cover over the pergola, which would be really nice to complete this project. And then these are, I had one of those baskets in the garden, but I decided to get the second one to have each side of the entrance of this pergola. And then I planted tulips. You can see there's lots of tulips popping out. Hopefully it's going to be really beautiful when the tulips are all blooming and coming out. So that's that. Here, we talked about the forsythias in my last previous video, so I keep changing their position, and I think this is where I like them to be. I purchased another one of this variety, which is going to go in that corner, so I'm waiting for that to arrive, and then we'll plant this maybe in another video, and you guys can see. We'll talk about it in more depth here, in more depth. depth. Here I have more Japanese maples, and you can see this one is supposed to be a really, really beautiful variety. It's the rainbow. I'm not, what I'm hearing about this one, it's not very stable because the colors can change and can revert. But if I can prune all the solid colors, it should be staying in, staying in a bicolor coloration most of the time and not and doesn't revert. So we'll see if I can manage doing that, but it's supposed to be really beautiful if I can manage to prune the right way, I guess. I have another beautiful Japanese maple here. This one is going to be more of a weeping variety, which would be really pretty in this area. And some of them are still new. I have to see how they acclimate to the light, because most Japanese maples, they don't like hot afternoon sun, so they have to be protected. And it looks like here I might have them. It depends how the sun goes. I have to see if they will like it or not. If not, I have to change their position. But it's all monitoring in the garden to see how everything is going to do, how they will react to the light or the soil, or all of that. So, but that's the interesting part of the gardening, and that's what I love to do. You can see I have a tree peony here that it's looking really pretty. I have blooms. I have two blooms this year on that. This is a purple variety. I have another one here that is a white variety, but I don't see any blooms on this one yet. I moved that last year, moved the position from another spot, and I think I like it where it is here. Then, I have another one, another, so I have two more peony trees here. One is white, this one is beautiful. This one is a red color, and I have one bloom this year. They've been here for a few years. The tree peonies take forever. They take so long, especially, if you're purchasing them really, really big, or mature one, I should say, then they're very expensive because it takes them a long time to mature. So normally, it's more affordable to get the small one, but then you have to wait. And then I wanted to show you this part of the area. So this part I've been able to I've managed to get and clean up the weeds and get all of the pruning done, fertilization done. So this part is pretty much ready to go this year. And you can see here I have a climbing rose. This one is a David Austin rose. It's a Bathsheba, beautiful climbing rose, has gorgeous creamy yellow apricot colors. So I'm excited to see how it will do this year. And then here, if you guys have seen this project, was about a year ago, I think, sweetie, when we did this. So this area here was pretty much saturated with shrubs, and you couldn't even see through. George and I got in here, cleaned everything out, dug the soil, and it was a really hard project. George worked really hard. I'm really thankful he helped me with this. And then we planted David Austin roses. I have four Poet's Wife roses here. We have paniculata hydrangeas. I planted the photinias because I really wanted to have some evergreen hedge kind of look here, because this would separate the neighbors. And then I also have two crepe myrtles. They're dwarf variety crepe myrtles. They have a beautiful kind of lilac color flowers, and but they do come up later in the season, which will be just another interest. And they're not supposed to get super big. They will get about 2 meter tall, so they will be perfect for that area. And then as we go down, this is the area that I was working last summer. This was pretty much weeds. I hadn't done anything in this area just because we haven't had time to really get here. But last year I tackled this area last summer because of my hydrangeas, the area that was shady or woodland area where we removed trees. I had lots of hydrangeas planted, and then those hydrangeas I had to remove and bring them into the shadier spot where they would do well. So you can see here I've planted about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrangeas. These are big leaf hydrangeas. So they're doing really good, coming around really, really well. I have 2 lemon lime nandinas, which I removed or transplanted from a different place of my garden here on both sides of the bench. I might have to position my bench a little bit this way. I also transplanted 2 Japanese maple. I'm sorry, not Japanese maple. I transplanted 2 tree peonies from another part of my garden here, and you can see they're doing really good. So I was a little worried if they would come back because I don't know, they just sat there for a long time. They really didn't do anything, but you can see it's doing really, really well. And the entire time as I transplanted, I was like, I just didn't want to step on it because it was so tiny. But it's coming up really, it's growing really well. I'm very excited. This one is a Japanese maple emerald lace, and this one is supposed to be having that beautiful kind of a whipping form, a lacy Japanese maple, which I think is going to be really beautiful. And it's supposed to get about 2 meter tall, and I'm hoping to kind of bring a tall interest here. I think it's going to be really pretty with the fall colors. And then I have a couple more Japanese maples here. I have one here. This is a new variety, which we will talk about it in my Japanese maple tour, hopefully. There's another one right there. But I wanted to show you that these are, I'm really excited because my friend Lila, who is my gardener friend here in our town, she, some of my hydrangeas went to her garden. We planted there, and she has Japanese quince, and she told me to dig out branches and bring them here because I didn't have Japanese quince in my garden. Although I did have one, but it was very tiny. And we tried to dig it, and it was impossible to dig them out with the roots. And honestly, I thought, I don't think they're going to grow because they hardly had anything on them. And I hope she's watching this video because look at this. I had no hopes that they will be coming back, but I brought them home right away. I planted them, these two. They hardly had any root system, and they took on, and they're doing really good. Looks like they've been here for a long time, and I'm hoping for them to just, grow and produce lots of flowers so I can cut them and take them home. Very excited about that. Anyway, and this project again has been a couple of years ago, no, about a year ago, I think. These are David Austin roses. These are summer song, and I think they're just so beautiful. However, I realized that they get so tall and big. I decided, instead of keep them bushy, I decided to place these trellises, the small trellises, and try to treat them as a climber. And I started kneading them almost through those trellises to create this interesting wall where you can see the canes are, I'm actually not pruning, and then I have these beautiful little side shoots that are coming up, and hopefully this will produce flowers, and then the flowers will be more visible because um, how they're positioned. And so that's kind of how I decided to go about with them, because again they just got really really tall and I didn't want it to keep trimming them. So as they get super tall and have these canes, actually this one should be ready to go. I'm going to probably um, basically just go and tie them right here and have them just become a climbers and short climbers. They will not be long climbers because they're not really climbers, but because they have those long canes, I thought I can treat them as a short climbers. And then here we have clematis. I have two clematis. These are sapphire indigo, and they were very small when I planted them. They're sprouting. They're doing really good. They've been all fertilized. I think I did fertilize this in one of my videos. In the background, you can see these are eucalyptus. Eucalyptus are beautiful. This is a baby blue variety, which does not get very tall. These go only about 2 meters to 2.5 meters tall. I can prune them, but it will create this beautiful blue hedge, blue-green hedge here, which is also evergreen and will give this nice separation from my neighbor. But also, I think it will be beautiful background to the roses. And I have two David Austin roses here also. And these ones, I can't remember. They're a yellow variety, but it will come to me. So I think it will be really pretty. Anyway, this is what's going on here, and I did have 3 Ito peonies planted here. They're Bartzella variety. They're beautiful Ito peonies. I have 2 still here. You can see they're coming out. All the peonies are starting to sprout. They're beautiful. I did remove this one, so it was 1 here and then 2 here, and I removed this. I decided to take them and plant them somewhere else closer to my new bed that I've been creating, because when I planted this Ito peony, I didn't have the enclosure, and I thought, okay, now since I have the enclosure, it's right on the way, or in the way of entering this area for the maintenance, and it's just going to be destroyed with the hose dragging and all that. So I decided to move it. And then this area, you can see here, I planted tulips that are coming out. I'm really excited. It looks really pretty. And I have a snow fountain whipping cherry tree here. So I think it's going to bring really beautiful interest. But while it's really small, I have tulips in this planted underneath the tree. I think it's going to be really pretty when they come back. It's gorgeous. Okay, so I think this is that, and then maybe we can just look at a few more things because this video is going to be really long. I need to usually do few maybe videos when I do a tour. Ethiopian, this one is a Hillary, and then this one is one of my absolute favorite Ethiopian. I'm so excited to be able to purchase them. They're not easy to find. This one called Copper Kettle, and it has most beautiful coppery color. I have two in the garden now. I had one in Colorado, adored it, and so I was able to find one here. They're not, they can be very expensive, but they're really worth it. Just beautiful. And then you can see I have planted here anemones last fall. They're all coming back and starting to bloom. Very exciting. So fun. Spring is so much fun. Let's go this way and maybe I'll show you all the daffodils. Oh, the daffodils are so beautiful that are coming out. They're blooming everywhere. So this area, you guys know, we have the succulents are so pretty. Look at these, and they stay here all winter long. Just gorgeous. And I was able managed to go ahead and clean up all the this is an Ethio peony. I was the intersectional peony. I went ahead and cleaned, and it's getting ready to to start sprouting. It's really beautiful. I have two Ethio peonies here. And then the containers, I have some tulips in there. Also, I have some anemones planted last fall, so they're doing really good coming out. Look at this daffodils. Oh, aren't they just so beautiful? I didn't even remember the name or when I planted them, and then suddenly they arrived. I was like, oh my goodness, I just adore these daffodils. I think this fall I'm going to concentrate more on daffodils because they're such reliable plants. They naturalize, they come back every year just better and better. So I might need to plant more daffodils this fall and not so much tulips because tulips are just so seasonal. You know, they're not reliable. They don't come back every year, although they're beautiful when they do. But I'd like to add more daffodils. So here you can see I have a lilac. Oh, look at this lilac, it's coming. I'm going to have so many blooms. This one is a white variety lilac. It's absolute gorgeous. They're doubles. This is a hybrid, I believe. And this one is called a Beauty of Moscow. It starts a little pink and then it opens white. Huge clusters of flowers. Very exciting. Here, look at these daffodils. They're so beautiful. I don't know the names of these daffodils. Look at the color. They're pink, apricot, coral. I'm not even sure what color, but it's so gorgeous. And I planted these daffodils way before I was decided to do videos, so I don't even know what variety they are, but they are absolutely gorgeous. And maybe we can just go this way and look and see what else is sprouting at the moment. I think I just wanted to bring to your attention to the anemones because that's what I have going on at this time. I have the red variety here. I can't remember the name honestly, but they're really pretty. So they're double. And I have my blue double ones are also flowering. Look at these. They're so pretty. I love the blues. I think they're just so stunning. This is a crabapple tree. This crabapple tree is called Red Sentinel, and it's supposed to be very beautiful. I'm hoping to prune it where it doesn't get super big. It's not supposed to get super big anyway, but it has supposed to produce really beautiful berry-like small apples, fruit, and it's just going to be very showy. And it normally stays in a fall and a winter for the birds to eat, but you know, it also winter interest. So I'm really excited about this tree. I planted this last year. And then magnolia, oh my goodness, magnolia is just this year is going to be really beautiful. I am very excited about this magnolia. So this is a deciduous magnolia called Suzanne. It's a really dark color, and you know, it's been doing good last few years, but this year I think I've had most flowers on it. Just love this tree, absolutely gorgeous. And let's see, I have more anemones that are growing here. Look at them, these are so pretty. And these ones I planted a year before, not last fall, but the fall before, and they're coming back really, really well. So I think I will add more anemones in my garden because it seems like they're reliably coming back every year. So we have pussy willow here, which is always so pretty. It will get big. It was so small when I planted. It's starting to even grow quite a bit. Just really quick, I think I wanted to show you this magnolia because it's blooming, and this is a very fragrant magnolia, very, very beautiful magnolia. This is one of my favorite ones, I should say. Um, it's very fragrant. It's beautiful. Now, this one is called fairy magnolia. Now, this fairy magnolia is evergreen, which you can create a hedge with this. It's very useful in a garden in so many ways. You can trim them, you can cut them, you can create walls with it. Just really, really pretty, and the flowers are stunning. Now, this one, there is two varieties. There is a pink variety and the white variety. I have both in the garden, and but when it blooms, it's just stunning. Absolutely love. Look at this. You can cut them, you can bring them home, you can put them in a vase. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's fragrant. It's beautiful. Okay, and then just here I wanted to show you the clematis. Oh my goodness. Clematis, look at this. It's starting to bloom. This is an early blooming clemata, and it's called Armandii apple blossom. It's absolutely stunning, and it's grown so much. I'm really happy. And this is an evergreen also, because you can see how strong the leaves are, and it stays evergreen. You can, you know, it doesn't lose its leaves. In the winter it stays really beautiful as well as in the summer, and then it just blooms this time of a year, and it's gorgeous. The next couple of days we probably, or next week or so, will be, all the buds will be open, and it will be really pretty. So anyway, and this is the area where you can see it's unfinished. I've been working on this area. George and I decided that, you know, if our budget allows, we'll go ahead and finish this project hopefully this year. But I was able to get in here, clean most of the weeds. Haven't done so much right in the front, but I was able to get at least quite far. This area, and you have, I've shown you my this gorgeous hellebore that did so well this year. It's quite large and beautiful. And then in these containers, I have tulips. So I have a bunch of tulips growing. So I think I will have lots of tulips here. Um, I have on both sides. And then here we just need to create the floor. I need to stain these boards here, which maybe I'll do that today because it's a really nice day. While it's not raining, I can just finish that. So I have a few things to do, but anyway, I just wanted to take you around and show you everything that is going on in the garden. Let's see what's going on here. The roses are doing really, really pretty this year. Look at that. Let's just look at them. I mean, they're doing so great. These are the ones that I pruned in the fall, and I didn't do much of a pruning in the spring, and they are just doing really good. I think for my zone, that's the key for the roses, to prune them in the fall. But this is really what's going on. Oh, I wanted to show you this wisteria. I need to go ahead and address this because I haven't gotten to it since I've been back from the US. I really need to go retrain it and prune it a little bit, which I haven't done. I got to the other large, big wisteria, but I haven't gotten to this one yet. But I wanted to show you, look at the buds. I think I'm going to have flowers this year. This wisteria has been here for good 5 years, I believe, and I haven't had single flower on it. And I believe I have buds. I think I see them. I think they're the flowers, and I'm going to be super, super excited because that's what I was imagining, to have this structure here and have all these clusters just everywhere. On the, oh, I think it's a spider web. Oh, yes, the spider web. Oh, I think they really like, oh my goodness, I think they like going into these tubes and then creating webs everywhere. Um, but I'm really excited about this wisteria, and this is a bicolor wisteria, so we'll see this spring. It should be really, really pretty. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is all kind of what's going on. We'll just end here and then watch my next video, because next video is going to be all about clematis. I have a couple of clematis that I'm going to plant. I'm going to talk about their groups and varieties and do some pruning, etc. So if you're interested in that, check out my next video that's coming up after this one. Have a great day. Send me messages. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos if you like them. Love hearing from all of you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.